Okay, everybody in the Finding Your Voice Network community, this is Renee Reich coming to you with yet another incredible interview. This time it is with none other than Sandra Harry. And I'm going to read about her. She is the co-CEO and founder of the Finding Your Voice. She's with me. She is with Great Discovery, and it's about our voice. We were just sharing our voices together, and I want her to share about the Great Discovery with you. I am part of it. I've been there just for over a month now, and it's an incredible and dynamic community, which I am proud to be part of. It aligns perfectly with Finding Your Voice and what I do in as the inner voice coach and helping people around the world. So I'm going to read a little bit about her with her bio and just get right into it. So here we go. Sandra Harry is the co-CEO of the Great Discovery LLC, the fourth generation of Six Sigma. The Great Discovery empowers individuals to streamline decision-making, optimize personal processes, and achieve their goals with the same proven techniques used by major corporations. As the COB for the Dr. Michael J. Harry Six Sigma Management Institute, Sandra is dedicated to continuing the groundbreaking work of the late Dr. Michael J. Harry by empowering individuals and organizations with Six Sigma. As an executive master black belt, personally trained by Dr. Harry in Lean Six Sigma, she excels in strategic resource management, business organization, and profitability. Sandra is a forward-thinking corporate executive with 20 plus years of proven experience in large-scale national and international companies. Sandra was a senior consultant for CDC Software Inc., primarily known as provider of hybrid enterprise resource planning software. She also served as the CFO of James Hardie Gypsum Inc. Sandra holds a business administration degree from the University of Washington and an MBA, that's EMBA, from the University of California. And I'm going to tell you, Sandra, when I first saw MBA, I'm like, are they spelling out M? What is it? I hadn't heard of an EMBA. I've heard of an MBA. EMBA, for those watching, it's an executive. It's master's in business administration. So even more, and we'll get into that in a second. So Sandra, welcome to the Finding Your Voice Network community. I am so honored and proud to have you join us today.
Well, thank you, Renee, for that warm welcome. It's just an honor to be here today. And the EMBA, I didn't even know what that was when I applied for my MBA, and they called and said, "Hey, we think you'd be better in this other program." So they recruited me in. It was great. So it was an awesome program.
Yeah, so for the people watching, because I didn't know, you didn't even know when you were signed up for it. Uh, Tell us more about what the executive, you know, MBA is.
So it was more geared towards people who actually were in positions and working in executive positions already, management or executive positions. And I was CFO at the time, and so when they saw my work experience, and they called and said, "Hey, you would be much better off in this executive program." So we focused more on strategy. My background is finance already, but really a lot more about strategy, excellence. And what was great about the program is there was 40 of us, and we went through a 21-month program all together.
Oh,
Literally, it was so incredible. And we went 21 months straight through, no summer breaks, just a couple weeks between quarters. I was an executive. And so I worked, 60, 80 hours a week, and I went to school. So they made it very, very pliable for us to go to school. It was really cool. I would go all day one week on Friday, and then the next week I'd go all day on Saturday. So we alternated that, and that's how we did it. It was really a neat program.
so part of me doing my due diligence was looking up what this EMBA is, and that is going to school. So you're earning a degree while learning, which really ties into the Great Discovery because you earn while you learn and grow. And there's so many things that are, with the Great Discovery and finding your voice, which you and I were speaking about off camera. And it's very much in alignment with the work I do as an inner voice coach, helping people around the world, especially women, get, out of their head into their heart
Mm.
and speak their authentic voice and their truth. Because so often we, as women, as I say, especially hold back the suppressed and repressed emotions. Not that men don't do that either. I don't want to exclude them. I'm just saying that's my main niche. I've spoken to companies around the world with my methodologies that I use with the voice blueprint that's from vulnerability to empowerment. And it aligns very much with Six Sigma and the Great Discovery, which is why I joined. It's about the voice, it's about sharing our voices and, executing what we really want, what we want here and what we do out there in the world is not always in alignment, and this aligned perfectly. So if you would speak about this and the Six Sigma integration with the Great Discovery and how that what that looks like and how that evolved.
Oh, awesome. I would love to do that. I love to tell the story. So
Great.
I was blessed enough to meet Dr. Michael Harry, who's my late husband, some years back. And
And I'm sorry for your loss.
thank you so much. I appreciate that. And for some reason, he fell in love with me and I fell in love with him. And so we got married and it was amazing. But when I met him, he had created Six Sigma and that whole thing. I was CFO of a corporation and I had studied Six Sigma, but I hadn't implemented it in a company. And the company I was working for, we were up for sale. We got sold. We were just starting to implement it. We got sold. So, I went into consulting. So it was great. So I didn't get my chance to actually deploy it at a corporation, although I
Mm.
helped Michael do it with some of his deployments. So when I met him, he was creating this thing called the Great Discovery, the fourth generation of Six Sigma. And it was really interesting to me because I knew the power of Six Sigma. And there's the four generations. So let's go back to generation one, came out of Motorola, where Six Sigma was developed, was at Motorola, turned them around, saved them. Six Sigma was focused on defects. They had so many defects, right? So saved them, it was great. Bob Galvin, the chairman of the board, said, Michael, you have to take this to the world. And there was another fellow that helped Michael. He's the co-creator, Bill Smith. Unfortunately, Bill Smith died of a heart attack in the cafeteria one day, about 6
Wow.
months after they started the project. So Michael took it then on. Yes. So that's why Michael is a co-creator, because he and Bill Smith did create it together. So Michael took it outside of Motorola to the world. And the first really big deployment that he did several little ones, but the big one was General Electric. And he was working at General Electric and he was sitting in Jack Welch's office one night. Jack Welch was the CEO and they were drinking Jack and Coke, which is what they did. And Michael was asking Jack, they were, chit-chatting about the deployment. I think they were 18 months into the deployment of Six Sigma and they'd already saved $2.2 billion. Verifiable savings in 18 months, $2.2 billion. They went on to save, I don't know how many billions, like over $10 billion at GE in the deployment.
Wow.
Michael said to Jack, hey, Jack, what has Six Sigma done for you? Right? Jack said, you know what, Michael? It's allowed me to reach out and touch the control function of the corporation. I now know if I go change the needle of this business over here or move this dial over here, the needle over here is going to go this way or that way because we apply metrics up and down the structure of the business. We call it BOPE. Okay. And we have metrics that go up and down. And so
Repeat what it's called again.
BOPE. So it is
Okay.
business, operations, process, individual. It's a triangle. So
Got
it's
it.
called BOPE. So the metrics are wired up and down BOPE. So we control and we can see what's happening. If something gets out of control, we see it. So Michael said, great, Jack, that's what it's supposed to do. Then Michael asked him, what has Six Sigma not done for you? And Jack simply replied, what about my other 95%? Well, what do you
Mhm.
mean by that? Well, Six Sigma touches 2 to 5% of the population of a corporation, Renee, of a corporation, not even the entire world. Think about that, right? So what Jack was saying, couldn't we get the other 95% of my people involved? Imagine what they could do, even on a small scale. Michael said, Jack, I don't have an answer for you. We're making so much money. Let's just keep doing what we're doing. So Jack said, okay, great. And off they went. But Michael started to think about that, right? Then some years later, he was deploying at Ford Motor Company, right?
Yeah.
And so Ford Motor Company, they were deploying, they were doing great. Jack Nasser was the CEO at the time. And Michael invited Jack Nasser to dinner one night. And Jack arrived and said to Michael, Michael, what do I owe the pleasure of having dinner with you tonight? And Michael said, Jack, he was an old cowboy. He says, Jack, I just want to thank you for that big fat check, right? And Nasser said to him, I would have doubled it if you could teach us how you think. The other 95%, now teach us how you think. And at that point,
That's
Michael
Bopi.
Well, no, at that point where those two collided, the other 95%, and teach us what you think, the
Yeah.
Great Discovery was born. So the Great Discovery is the Six Sigma way of thinking without all the statistics. It's the underlying the cognitive roadmap that made Six Sigma so successful without all the math. And we can teach it to everyone. So Michael started on the journey of uncovering that roadmap. He went back through all of his work. He saved everything, every project that was successful, unsuccessful, and he found what he called 52 big ideas that came out of that. And he was struggling with them for the longest time, right? He just couldn't quite see it. He said he woke up in the middle of the night one night and they had formed what we work on is called the proven path, which is the proven path in the Great Discovery. And they all came together. And he said he woke up and he saw the proven path. And it was amazing. And that was how the Great Discovery came about.
Wow. That I love that. I love the story and I love the concept. And as I said, that's why I joined with it because it aligns perfectly. I was talking to you off camera, like it was like a chiropractor, adjusted and it was like everything fell into place. It really is. It's such a proven methodology and it's worked around the world, around the globe. And Six Sigma is really, it's the lean Six Sigma. It's taking those steps, those thought processes instead of for the 5%. And what about those 95% that want to be included in that and make it inclusive? And that's what this is about. So it's not just for the, like the rich and famous kind of thing, like only these people that could, who else can get this? Who else can get their hands on it? Well, it's only for the elite few. No. How do the not elite few become elite many? It's like, how do we
Exactly.
bring that? It's like when you climb the mountain, the rising tide lifts all ships. That's what it's about. Not just go there alone and you have a few people doing great things. You have many and you can inspire the world to do a lot of greatness. So that's what it's about. I love the methodology behind it. I love the whole premise. And as I said, earlier on, I said I was doing a lot of research about this, and it really is. It's really, and I wrote this. It's a set of methodologies and tools used to improve business processes by reducing deficits and errors, minimizing the variation, and increasing the quality and efficiency. So the goal of Six Sigma is to achieve a level of quality that is nearly perfect with only a 3.4 defect per million opportunities.
Right.
Oh my gosh. That is like what business,
I know.
what entrepreneur, who wouldn't want that?
Yeah.
Who is like, sign me up? So the thing with the Great Discovery is it's like the two combined.
Exactly.
And now what we're able to do is take our voices to many
Exactly.
because of this and using this methodology. So tell me more about, now it's with the Great Discovery, using these methodologies with it, where we're at right now, what's going on in it, and how people can join. Because I know I posted about it before I brought you in,
Mhm.
because it's different to just see somebody posting something. People post all the time, but I wanted my audience to really understand what this is about, because when you know more the underlying piece of it and how it came to fruition and what is possible for somebody else, that whether they're struggling in their business or they're looking for a new way to do business or a pivot in some way or another platform to host on
Mhm.
with like one kind of price instead of a monthly fee, and we can talk about that with some of the other ones. It's really appealing. And they
Yeah.
don't really have to stop what they're doing and do something else. I'm already set. I have everything in place. No one's asking you to change anything. It's just to see how you could expand. Nobody's
Exactly.
looking to have more on their plate, I don't think. I think we all have enough on our plate as is, but to see how can I even do more and do better with what I have to expand even greater. So
Right.
there's really something for everyone in this case. So please take the
So
floor.
you said it very well. It's about efficiency. It's about reducing defects. So let's take a step back and think about how we did that in corporations. We used data. We used big data sets, right? We use statistics and we torture the data. That's what we call it. We torture the data to get it to tell us what's really going on so then we can go fix it, put controls in so we can monitor it. So the struggle with going from Six Sigma in businesses, right? When I started in the beginning, and I'm sorry, I didn't finish my thought, but the first gen was reducing defects. Gen
Right.
2 was reducing costs at GE. Gen 3 was increasing shareholder value at DuPont. Gen 4 is Six Sigma for everybody, the great discovery. So now think about taking the power of Six Sigma down to your business. Now, you don't have all the statistics and all the data and all that stuff, right? We're small businesses. You can still apply the way of thinking. Do the dreaming, dream the doing, plan the doing, and do the plan. That is the Six Sigma way of thinking. And we walk you down that proven path. And yes, some businesses have some data that we work with on the Great Discovery, but you don't need to have it. I have seen people use the Great Discovery for anything. I've seen people use it for changing careers, starting a new business, getting healthy, saving a marriage. But what it comes down to is using the same roadmap, that cognitive roadmap that made Six Sigma so successful in corporate America in your own life and in your own business. That is the power of it. And it is absolutely amazing. In fact, Renee, you know the books behind me. So we started teaching the Great Discovery to everybody, right? And doing pilot groups with it and everything, and everybody got something out of the Great Discovery. We could teach it to everyone, from young adults to 100 plus. I mean, it was amazing how we were able to use it for almost any situation. Literally, and Michael and I were like, okay, this is way more powerful than we thought. Okay. And so then we thought, wow, Dr. Kathy Lawson, who's one of my other business partner, we were like, I wonder if we could do this for teens to help them start in high school, to help them get a handle on their intrinsic core values. We work with intrinsic core values to help them start to see where they want to go in their life, instead of just picking a career out of the sky, which that typically doesn't work, right?
Right.
Doesn't work with our values, then it's not going to work for our life. So we did a teen pilot, and it was extremely successful, and they loved it. And we were like, oh my gosh, so we have a whole teen program. It's amazing. Then we said, oh my gosh, I wonder if we could teach it down to the little ones. So we started the book series, and it's geared towards kindergarten to third grade. And we're teaching them the Six Sigma way of thinking, the Great Discovery, through the books, and it's working. We're piloting it in a public education system right now to collect data, and they're loving it. They're absolutely loving it. It's been amazing. So it's taking the power of what big corporations have done for years with Six Sigma, 40 years of proven success, and harnessing that way of thinking and using it for yourself or your family or in your business. It's absolutely amazing.
It really is, Sandra, and I've seen the books because every call I'm on, every they're there. I've got my book here, and again, it really equates with finding your voice, because it's especially with the little ones, and as they get older, because the thoughts and the programming that gets implemented when we're young, it's the hardwiring that as adults we have to rewire that hardwiring. And whether it's coaching or therapy or different methodologies that are used to rewire the hardwiring of the not good enough, the fear of judgment, the limiting beliefs, the
Mm-hmm.
looking for outside validation for inner self-worth, which is what I went through on my own journey of finding my voice. And that's why I created what I created. We do many times, I'm not gonna say we all do, or say you, um do things in life. We end up doing the careers based on what we've experienced. And it's through our own experiences we can amplify our voices to those needing the solution. It's filling the gap from where you are to where you want to be, and bridging that gap with the solution. And that's what this does. And that's why it aligns so much with the voice blueprint that takes you from vulnerability to empowerment, with the Six Sigma way of getting from where you are to where you want to be, personally and professionally.
Mm-hmm.
And
Absolutely.
again, that's why I joined. I'm like, it's got my name all over it.
Yeah.
And so I'm bringing it out to people, and letting them know, because this is something that, again, no one's asking anyone to stop what you're doing and start something new. You got, things in place, but are they working as effectively and efficiently as you want them to? If so, then great. And if they are still, maybe that could be even a step up to where you are right now, to say, you know what, I'm doing this. this is something worth looking into, because honestly, I know what you've got going on right now is changing as of May 1st.
Mhm.
So this is another reason I wanted to bring you in at this point rather than a month later when, well, that guys it used to be this, but now it's
Yeah,
this. Um,
exactly.
so, people, I've already brought several people in, many people in, and I'm building my own team of leadership. And whether you're a speaker, an author, a coach, a content creator, let me know. This is really an opportunity bar none. That's what I would like you to speak to now is a couple of things. First is what they can do, what the possibilities, which are endless right now. And also the voice, which is so important, how we can translate through the use of technology into different languages, over 200 countries, over 100 languages. And it's not dubbed, you guys. It's not like you're speaking in English and all of a sudden somebody else's French is coming through your lips. It's actually your voice, your body, you're like me right now speaking, and I'm turning in my video to you today. So we'll be doing that. And it's like a 30 to 45-second reel, and it will be me speaking. As a reel, it's gonna be like 5 languages we get to choose from that we're gonna put in there. And we can do that. It's incredible. And yeah, speak to that. I'm saying a lot, and I want to give you a chance to say a lot too. So
All right, here we go. So continue down the journey that we were on. So my late husband passed 2017, almost 7 years ago. November 25th will be 7 years. So
wow.
he asked me to carry on his legacy with Six Sigma. We have the Dr. Michael J. Harry Six Sigma Management Institute. It's global. We bring Six Sigma to places that other providers won't, because I will go in and they can pay me what they can afford. And so I use the CPI in my Six Sigma business too. So
Oh, that's great.
when he asked me to carry on and launch the Great Discovery, that was when I was like, oh my gosh, that's what I want to do. I want to launch the Great Discovery to the world. And I said, absolutely, I will do it. So I do every day. That's what I do. So we're launching the Great Discovery, but we very shortly saw that people needed information. If I'm going through a proven path to get healthy, they were like, well, where do I go get information on nutrition? Where do I go get this and that? And I was like, and Tim, my new husband, the other co-CEO of the Great Discovery, he's helping me with this,
Yes, he's great.
said, you know what? We need to create an e-learning platform, monetize it, and do translations so we can spread it to the world. Not just the Great Discovery, but knowledge to the world, right? Empower people with knowledge and give them the ability to earn money. And so we set out on that track, and we added the e-learning platform on top of the Great Discovery, married the two together. And you talk about a foundation. And of course, we use Six Sigma in the foundations of the company. So it's just a beautiful platform. What do we have? Somebody can come in free and just look at free content, right? But where are we going to get that content from? We need course creators. So we've got free content. We've got a Genius Club content where people can come in and see certain content for a monthly membership. Then we have premium and academy level courses where content providers can bring in their content and get monetized. They can be monetized for it. And it's absolutely great. It's wonderful. So the thing that Renee was saying is a little different about us is we're a monetized e-learning platform, and we are just an extension of you. We are another marketing arm for you. We don't own your content. We don't want your IP. All we want to do is host it for you and be another hosting arm. So if you're already on some of the other platforms or your own website, that's great. We're just another marketing arm. The other piece that we are also doing is we've monetized it. We have an affiliate base. So we call it our affiliate army. So we have a system where the affiliates can go out and they can use funnel systems and click systems and all the online marketing systems to share all the courses. So on a lot of the other platforms, if you're the content creator, you put up your course and then you have to market it. You're the only one marketing it, right? And that's a lot. A lot of us that are content creators, we just want to create content, right, Renee? The marketing piece is hard, right?
Yeah,
So,
right.
so we said, you know what? Not only are we going to have the content, but we're going to be able to help them get it marketed. So we're creating an affiliate army that will be global, and they will be able to share the content all over the world. And then the last thing I alluded to a minute ago was translations. Renee is
Yes.
correct. we are working with technology and translations. It's not dubbing. It is full on lip sync voice cloning, and it's amazing. I could be speaking in another language and my lips move with the other language. I mean, Renee has seen it. It is amazing. We have different levels of translations. So depending on what people want, if you've got an audiobook, guys, you can put your audiobook up on the platform and we can translate it for you. Where can you go to get your audiobook translated? We can even translate your book for you. We have a way to put books up on the platform as courses, and we can translate them. It's amazing. So we have got a whole array of ways that we can translate your content. So it's
This book, my book, Finding Your Voice, could be translated into whatever language that
yeah, if you've got an audio, we can translate the
I
audio,
do.
and we can translate it if it's in written form too. We can put it on the
I have
platform.
both. I have both. I have an audio version and I have, of course, the written version.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you guys, this is, like I said, there's a lot out there. There's a lot of shiny objects out there and do this, do that. This, I've seen a lot. I've been asked to be part of a lot of different things over the years. And quite honestly, I've declined, I would say 98 or 99% of them. This I jumped into because of every single thing that Sandra is saying. I've not seen anything else like that at all. Up to this point, I've seen nothing, not to this degree or extent of what's possible. And it continues to grow and evolve, as we all do, as entrepreneurs, we all do, and our business does do, and does also. And we pivot here, we add this, we take this away. But this is something that really is here to stay. It's a proven methodology. It's not like, well, they just launched and we're gonna figure it out more. Six Sigma's been around. How many years actually? How many years has it been? It's been decades.
Over 40 years.
Over 40 years. So it's
Yeah.
not new. It's proven. It's been multi-billion dollar companies, proven track record.
Mhm.
So I am building my own team here, and I've got several leaders right now. I'm looking for more. So if you're interested in being part of my team, whether you're wanting to be a leader or a course creator, an affiliate, please reach out to me. I'll put it in the comments too, but it's https:// thegreatdiscovery.com/Renee, Renee, thegreatdiscovery.com/Renee. It's really easy. I'm happy to jump on a call. I was on several calls already today. And interestingly enough, Sandra, somebody reached out to me on LinkedIn because I've been speaking about it on LinkedIn also. And in one of the groups that I'm in, she messages me. She goes, I'm a Six Sigma and
Oh,
I want to talk
about
to you. And she saw my, Mhm. And she goes, I want to talk to you because she saw my post. And so we have an appointment tomorrow, actually. So this is something that I greatly believe in it. I wholeheartedly believe in it. And I want to bring, as you all know from this group, I bring in people. I don't do interviews all the time. I bring in people who I feel are really going to make an impact into this group who've already impacted me in my life. And one thing I never want to be is selfish. And if I find something that's good and even something that I want to, not good, but great, that I want to share with others, because what good is it if I keep it to myself and then I go along and do great things, but I never share it with anybody else to do great things. So I have a great respect for my community here. You've been with me since the beginning. I was telling Sandra, I launched the Finding Your Voice community network back in 2020, and it was a brick by brick. It was a Facebook Messenger group when I was launching my book. And then when the book went to #1 in February of 2020, I wanted to give back. I wanted to say thank you. And instead of just leaving you guys and saying thank you, I closed the messenger group down when the book did so well. And I said, I want to give back to those who gave to me and grow it even more and give them a space to share their voices and to communicate with other like-hearted people who they can also grow with and evolve with. And that's how I launched the Finding Your Voice community and everything I do from the magazine. I have now Finding Your Voice magazine, which is a quarterly magazine publication. If people are interested in that, please reach out to me, whether you want to write an article or an ad or be a VIP in the community. I welcome sharing our voices together. If you're interested in being part of the Great Discovery, which is in alignment with everything I'm doing here, please reach out. Sandra is part of our group too, and she's more than happy to answer questions. There are also calls, weekly calls, to be part of that. I can hook you up with those calls too, where they're live trainings. It's not watch a video, see what you think. It's no, it's be part of a community. And something I always say, in one of the quotes I did last year is, it's in community we find unity.
Yeah, I love
It's not
that.
how different we are, whether it's the color of our skin or our race or whatever it is, we are not so different. We are more alike, in fact, than different. And with the Great Discovery, we get to share our voices around the world and see exactly how similar we are. Whether you're in Japan or Australia or England, wherever you are, whatever language you speak, we are one.
Mhm.
We are really one. And it's all of us doing things and so many similar things in different countries aligning with what you're doing. Imagine your business taking off to a level that you only saw, well, we're in the States right now. No, you could be outside of the States. You could take what you're doing to around the globe. I mean, the sky is really the limit. And as far as I can see, there are no limits to where the sky begins and ends. So I invite you to come and join me on this journey. Again, I'm looking for leaders, for course and content creators, for affiliates, whatever suits you in the journey, in the part of the journey that you're on. Please reach out to me and let me know. Set up a call. I'm happy to speak with you. The special you have going on right now, you want to share a little bit about that because it does end on the 30th of this month. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So as Renee said, we are kind of new. Six Sigma's been around forever, but the launch of the Great Discovery was our pre-launch was a year ago. We just had our full global launch March 15th and 16th. So we had a big event in Orlando. It was awesome. So what we're doing, of course, is we're bringing on course content creators. We need courses, right? We've got a lot on the platform already. They're coming on fast every day. We have a lot more new ones. It's awesome. But we are doing a special right now for content creators. Specifically, if you come on board before May 1st, through the end of the month, you will only pay the upfront fee, and it's not that much. It's $698, and you can, if you're in the Genius Club, you can get it for $628. That is lifetime and unlimited uploading of content. And I'll say that again. There's no other fees. That is lifetime uploading of content. Now, translations are separate than that. In that package, you get 1 hour of translations in one language that you choose. 1 hour translations comes with that package. And then you can purchase additional beyond that when you're ready to do translations. But you will never have any hosting fees. You'll never pay a monthly fee. So it is going to be completely unlimited content, all you want to load onto the platform for life. And so there is no platform out there that even comes close to that. Now, we will eventually at some point start to probably have hosting fees as we grow. Costs will come in. But right now, for these first early adopters with us, take advantage of it. It is an absolutely amazing program. The other thing I just do want to speak to, a lot of people ask the question as a course content creator, how easy is it to onboard a course? And I'm telling you, we have a phenomenal tech team. I have been building LMS systems and working on systems for years. Working with software companies for years, along with being a CFO. It's kind of one of my things. And I have been told by a lot of people coming through the platform that it's the easiest onboarding of courses they've ever seen. Literally the easiest. It's very simple. My tech team was tasked with, I want it to be the simplest it can possibly be. So we've done that. So it's very simple to onboard a course. And you can just literally, if you have courses, it's literally just a cut and paste, upload, and you're done. It's not that hard. So
Yeah, it's really interesting. Thank you for expanding upon that. And that's important, very important information that you shared, because there's so many other platforms out there, and we all know many of them, and there's monthly hosting fees. And you bring people to those sites because that's where your content is hosted. Of course, you're going to send them there. And then let's say they find somebody else's while they're there, and maybe they get yours, maybe they don't even get yours, and they get someone else's. You don't see any compensation for that. You see nothing. I mean, they will say thank you, and that's great that they found other things. But wouldn't it be nice if you got compensated for bringing somebody there? other than consuming your content, they're going to get other content too, and you'll never see it. You do. The
Mhm.
great discovery compensates you for who you bring to the platform. You're like, how does that work? If they're buying somebody else's stuff, how do I get paid for that? Guess what? Because it's your link
Mhm.
that you give them.
Yep.
So this is all, it's like this link tree, right? It's like a tree that you just keeps growing. And no matter where they're located, so even if it's generations down,
Yep.
that's the affiliate piece of it. Because as a content creator, if you join also, as you get the affiliate part with it. So whether
Mhm.
you want to do that or not, that's up to you. You don't ever have to, but why wouldn't you want to get, extra income for what you're already doing up there? It's another way to earn income, another stream of income. You can, just because you said, hey, my stuff is on this platform, and then they see somebody else's content, and then they buy it. You'll also get paid for that for
Yeah.
life.
So
Oh,
as a content creator, it's really what Renee is saying is amazing because you're going to get paid when somebody buys your course. And if you drove that traffic, you're going to get paid as an affiliate for that person buying the course. And you're getting paid for being the content creator. So we have all different levels of how the commission structure works. And all together, we pay out up to 70% in commissions. Of every dollar that comes in, we pay out up to 70 cents because the reason that we're able to do that is because my late husband left me this. He left it to me and said, take this to the world and get it to the world. And I wanted to monetize it so that it didn't put money in my pocket. I want to put money in other people's pockets because we can build an army of people to go out there and empower people with knowledge, put money in people's pockets, share content that is unshareable right now because of language barriers. I mean, imagine it's incredible. And everybody said to me, well, aren't you kind of crazy? You could just pay out the standard commissions that most affiliate marketing companies do, like 45%. Nobody would know the difference. And you could just pocket that money. And I said, but it's not, I said, it's not right. I said, it's not right to do that. It's not what it's about. It's not about just making money, but it's not about making money. We got to make money so we can run the company and we can continue to develop and do new things. But we could do that on just 30% going to corporate. So that's why we did it. So give back, right? Michael's dream was to give the world a half a sigma bump. If we could just give everyone a half a sigma bump in their life, would that be amazing? So that dream is my dream. And I'm going to continue on that dream. And I'm going to do everything I can possibly do to make this happen. This isn't stopping at a little company. This isn't stopping at, next year when I get tired, I don't know. We will be the largest e-learning, monetized e-learning platform in the world. That is my goal. And I'm pretty
and I
good at
could
attaining my
You're
goals.
you're you're very good at it. And I'm gonna say, first of all, I hear your emotions, and I felt a chill as you were speaking because I know how passionate you are. I'm also an empath, so I definitely feel your emotions. And as I said, that's why I'm part of it, because I saw the bigger vision. It's not just what's in front of me, it's what's possible. It's so much. The word impossible, if you break it out, it says I'm possible.
I know, exactly.
And so much is, but it's coming together, joining forces, linking arms, connecting our voices
Mhm.
to one. And that's what it is. And that's what this platform allows you and affords you the opportunity to share your voice with the world on a global platform. As she said, we're not hiding a price. And once they join, it's this. There's no hidden fees. It
Yep.
is you 620. It's 698. Then you get the for the champions package, which also gets you the affiliate. There's different packages that are lower. Nothing's higher than that right now. This, I mean, a one-time fee, grandfathered in. They don't mean grandfathered like next year. It's another same,
Yep.
628.
Lifetime.
It's a lifetime one-time fee that you can put as much up there as you want. So again, please reach out to me. I would love nothing more than to share our voices together. If you have your own community and you want to, have us come in and speak to them, well, I've done that. I've already done that with Tim, with your husband. And if you want, whatever you want to do, speak to me. Say, here, Renee, I don't know how to actually communicate all this to people, but I have a community I want you to speak to. Let us know, connect with me, because that's what it's about. When we share our voices and we explain things, it lands differently on different ears. So happy to connect with you. If you are interested at all, there's only a couple more weeks to the end of this month where this current offer will go away. There'll be other offers. I know it won't be like this one because this was their launching price when they did it in March, and it's already been out there and launched. So it's going to be changing, but I don't want anybody in my community to miss out on an opportunity that I was able to participate in. And I don't want to tell you after the fact and say, oh, I should have told you earlier. I've been reaching out personally and privately to people. There's over 1,000 people in this community, and I'm reaching out. And this is why I figured let me do an interview with you because I can get one voice to many. And I don't know that I can reach over 1,000 people in the time frame that I have left to do that. And so I'm going to pin this interview to the top of the page. I really hope that people are listening to this and then they take action because it's taking the inspired action that leads to greater results. So, Sandra, I am so again honored to have you here to share our voices together, to be part of the great discovery and just keep growing together. So if there's anything else that you'd like to say that maybe I didn't ask or I ask a lot of questions, I know, but if there's something that needs to be said to people that are listening later or watching, that we can let them know how great a platform this really is.
I just, Renee, first, thank you so much. This was just
Ah,
amazing today. Felt really great. And I love talking about the great discovery. And I love sharing the story and letting people know where it came from. It's really important to me to know where things came from. So I love to be able to do this. But what I will say is I've watched the great discovery, the course, the fourth generation of Six Sigma literally change people's lives right in front of me, literally change their lives. And I've also watched it take people who were in a current situation, they were doing great, but they wanted to do better, and it enables them to do better. The course is amazing. And if you do get the Champions Pack that Renee's talking about, the Great Discovery International course is in there. It's part of the package. So not only can you become a content creator on the platform, but you can go through the Great Discovery and exponentially increase your odds of success in whatever that dream is that you still want to do. Make things better, dream more. That's what it's all about. So I just wanted to share that. And thank you very much, Renee. Really enjoyed it today.
you are quite welcome. My pleasure. And I know we're going to do more great things together. So please, again, it's thegreatdiscovery.com/Renee. I will make sure I put that in the comment section. And whether you reach out to me on the thread that I'm going to start or privately in a DM, I am more than happy to speak with you and share more about this if you so desire. And until next time, keep sharing your voices, keep inspiring, keep empowering, empower people. And I'm grateful to have you in this group, and I look forward to sharing our voices together again real soon. Sandra, again, thank you so much for taking time and making time to share yours with us in the Finding Your Voice community. Take
Thank
care,
you.
everybody.